Our story begins in Rome. On first arrival, we immediately thrusted ourselves upon the Roman streets. It took me a minute to realize the gravity of where I was, to understand that the streets we were walking on were thousands of years old. Battling the blazing sun, we walked what felt like the entirety of Rome. We lost ourselves in the cobblestone streets and accidentally ended up on top of a hill in which you could overlook the entire city. The next day, alongside our guide Luca, we made our way to the Vittorio Emanuele II monument, a monument created to represent the unification of Italy. As we ventured further down the street, we arrived at the Colosseum. Luca explained to us the truth about being a gladiator and how it actually seldom held a glamorous lifestyle. We explored the Vatican and marveled at the Sistine Chapel and the hundreds of other art pieces St. Peter's Basilica held. However, my most memorable experience in Rome was playing soccer with a group of local Italian boys. We overcame the language barrier with ease. In any language, you could understand that we were losing the game. To end our stay in Rome, we enjoyed our last meal at a restaurant while watching the Italy vs. France soccer game. We celebrated and cheered each goal alongside the locals. From Rome, we moved to Venice. We received a thorough education on Venetian history from our teacher Stefano. He taught us about the vast reach the Venetian Empire once had, the story of how St. Mark became the patron saint of Venice, and about how each individual piece of architecture has significance and shows a period of time. For example, windows with pointed arches are Gothic style, gilded backgrounds show a Byzantine style, and a winged lion holding a book represents the Venetian Empire. Together, Byzantine Gothic and Renaissance styles would combine in architecture, like in St. Mark's Basilica and the Doge's Palace. My favorite moment of all was tasting traditional Venetian cicchetti and actually enjoying it. On from Venice, we made our way to Treviso, where we met our host families. I stayed with the Noletto family deep in the country. On my first night, my host sister Tosca and I went to Agreste. Agreste is a big show put on for children hosted by the church and led by local teens. The next day, Tosca and I made pizzas and tiramisu. We spent an afternoon with her grandparents, and Tosca taught me about her family. Together, we swapped stories about our lifestyles and learned about how close she and her entire family are, and she even taught me a few Italian card games along the way. Although we were sad to leave our families, we were all excited for our next adventure. We traveled to Piran, Slovenia, and climbed the highest tower and looked over the entire city. We enjoyed our dinner along the water and watched the sun slowly set into the sea. We moved on to Ronajib, Croatia, where we swam in the clearest of waters. Each city held its own individual beauty, but Ronajib, Piran, and Venice all held certain similarities. All the cities alike had St. Mark's winged lion throughout, and all the cities had a San Marco Campanile tower standing high to be seen all over, all signs of the Venetian Empire. Although new countries were created, their boundaries couldn't erase the thousands of years of culture ingrained into a place. The Venetian Empire may have lost its grasp and power, but it isn't forgotten. Thank you to everyone at SDC who helped make our amazing adventure possible.